Hey, what's happening, y'all? This is Dealer back with another Modern Era Joe review. And for this video, we're actually going to be taking a trip down memory lane. I wanted to take this opportunity to take a look at this figure because I have the Modern Era version and I still have the vintage version on hand. But he's actually listed on an auction site. So before I sell him, I wanted to take this opportunity to just get this video out the way. So we're taking a trip down memory lane. For this video, we're going to be taking a look at the codename Alley Viper, which is the Cobra Urban Assault Trooper. And here is his file card. I know like we're a little late to the game with this one, but you know, as I told y'all, we're going to be taking a look at various items from my collection, and this happens to be one of my favorite offerings from the modern era. Even though, like, all right, let's just be real here. A figure like neon orange and like bright blue, I don't know how practical that is for like urban assault, or how that even blends in with like city buildings, but like this is what we got. Seriously. And pretty hardcore file card. All in all, I love it. So I'm gonna get that out the way. Here's this guy, and we'll take a look at the figure. I'm just gonna zoom in as far as my camera lets me go, and I don't know that I'm gonna take it any further than that. So looking at the figure, he's got not one but two Cobra insignias on the helmet. Fresh paint all the way through. The paint on the sheath, the grenade, the blue accents, the blue here looks remarkable. I'm just gonna start the rotation on the stand. You see there's a black Cobra insignia, brown on the knife sheath, and he's got the shield, etc. So all in all, this is I'm gonna say this is probably one of the more rock solid offerings from the 25th era. And again, he's probably, I would say, in my top 10 for the line, easily, hands down. I mean, I can say that without batting an eye. Anyway, so the fact we're gonna do this a little different. I don't have like 1 mint in package because it came in a 7-pack. That's the only way you got this figure. It was a, I want to say it was a BBTS exclusive 7-pack Assault on Cobra Island and Defense of Cobra Island. And maybe it wasn't exclusive to BBTS, but I will say it was exclusive to the online e-tailers, which made this figure sort of hard to get. I want to say I ordered between 6 and 8 from China when they first debuted. I want to say it was Viper Kingdom, or if you're in the Joe community, you know which seller I'm talking about. This individual had early access to all the hottest G.I. Joe figure offerings at the time. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this opportunity to cut, unfortunately, now that I kind of got like this rant out of the way. And what I'm going to do is we're going to come back. We're going to look at the accessories first and foremost, and then we'll get into the figure. It's just, I don't want this to be a long running video and like then I slip up somewhere and I don't have a means to edit, etc. So I'm going to cut. I'm going to come back. We're going to talk accessories. So stay with me here. Thanks. All right, so I'm back. So first and foremost, the modern era Alley Viper came with your standard issue Alley Viper shield. And that's it right there. Nice paint apps. The Cobra insignia is clean, etc. This is cast in orange and the blue appears to be tampoed on. Now, as a bonus, what you get, you turn around, right, you have a nightstick that comes out and it's stashable behind the shield, which is amazing. They even broke up the orange schema and painted the handle black, which I find is a plus. Again, one of the best figure offerings, in my opinion, in the 25th anniversary run. He came with like this tiny, I don't even know what you want to call it, like a short barrel SMG with a scope. It's got a nice tactical stock. There's the handle, there's the extended clip. It's even got a forward-facing grip. Details on this particular unit are phenomenal. Hands down. Hands down. It's almost a shame that they didn't break this up with some paint, but I mean, that's Hasbro for you. What are you going to do, right? Moving on to the backpack. Here we have an homage to the OG backpack. However, I must note that this particular unit here does come off the backpack, and yes, I still have the rubber band that it came with securing the unit to the backpack, because if you're familiar with this line, the Pursuit of Cobra Alley Viper incorporated a peg. This, however, has no such mechanism, so the only way I'm going to get it to stay is by making use of the rubber band that came with it, securing the grapple hook gun to the backpack, which is the fact that this is even retractable in its own unit is a fantastic update to the original. So there's that. Moving on along, we have the helmet that the figure comes with, and again, standard issue. It has not one but two Cobra logos as the original did. However, instead of being on the orange as the original were, I should say was, excuse me, the Cobra insignia is highlighted in black paint, and that looks really good. So, also comes with a single peg stand with the code name preceding the figure that it's describing here. So we have codename Alley Viper, which is nice. This was before the Pursuit of Cobra. Pursuit of Cobra had the two pegs, and it just indicated that the unit was named Alley Viper without the code name, because this here is more of a homage to the 25th line. So, having said all that, here is the figure unmasked, and I must say, a couple things we'll get out the way here. The knife on the vest is functional. However, this unit here, so you see there, it is functional, it is painted, which is nice. So that's the knife on the vest. The knife on the forearm is also functional and painted, which is nice. So yeah, so this is the figure, and this is what he has. This is I don't remember what figure we first saw this on, but maybe this figure debuted with this head sculpt. I don't remember. Nonetheless, that's what he looks like with his mask on, and the visor up, which is a nice representation of the original. So there's that. Paint, all in all, sharp as a butcher's carving knife, or sharp as a tack, or sharp as a nail, sharp as a screw, whatever you want to describe it. This figure is clean, crisp. And this, again, here's what I'm going to say. This is from an era, because let's be real here. If this were painted in orange, orange is one of the hardest colors to work with paint-wise, and it wouldn't have looked this crisp. The reason it looks this crisp is because Hasbro casted these parts in orange, and then you have paint app, paint app, paint app, paint app, paint app, paint app, all these blue camo highlights, paint app, the stripe on the arm, paint app, the Cobra insignia highlighted in black, paint app, the brown along the forearm, paint app. I mean, this thing is a phenomenal paint app, right? Moving down, you got paint app, you got paint. These are Okay, to be fair, the knees are casted in this kind of darker blue, which is not a problem. But then instead of giving them the standard black boots like the original version, they opted to put brown accents, and maybe that's because they put brown here, here, and here as well. However, still one of the best offerings in the 25th line. So let's take a look. So head, you got left articulation, not a problem. Right articulation, not a problem. And to be fair, because this head is helmeted, it kind of, the fact that it has a helmet on it kind of helps. Arms, you get up to there, full 360, no hindrance despite the vest. So again, 360. Will this unit be able to occupy a vehicle? Yeah, no problems. No problems there. So moving down, you have the double joint here. But I suppose because of the sculpt and the knee pad that they use, it does flare out a little bit, which isn't a problem again. You have the standard issue 25th articulation, not a problem there. So really, and let's just look at the forearms here just to be fair and objective. So forearms, you get 90 degrees, which is amazing. It should be noted that since this is a 25th figure, it does not have the updated articulation here, which is fine, but you still get the swivel there. So yeah, and then also you have the waist slash upper ab articulation, which is nice. So yeah, so I mean that's this figure in a nutshell. And again, I'm gonna say that this is probably, or not probably, let me rephrase that. This is one of the best figures in the 25th line, in my opinion. And it's because they were smart, right? They were absolutely smart. New helmet sculpt, new vest. This was the first time we saw this vest. The fact that they incorporated the knife on the forearm. But I mean, at the end of the day, let's just be real. What figure is this based off of? Well, if we, and this is probably, you know, getting in a little too much, but if we undo the vest piece here, right, and we take a look, you can tell it's the 25th Snake Eyes, which is not, I mean, it's not a bad thing per se, but it should be noted that these parts have been used prior. I should say some of them have been used prior, but you'll never know. You'll never know because this is done so well. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy fully geared up, fully assembled, and then we'll come back, we'll do a side-by-side, and we'll talk final thoughts on him. Alright, so here he is next to his vintage counterpart, and I must say, this is a true update to this. I mean, let's just take a look at some of the nuances here, right? Like, even when, and see, being this is a modern figure, I have that luxury of doing this. But even when you do that, you can see that this is a 1-for-1 for this. See, he even has the knife here, the knife here. However, on this unit, both knives are functional. This, again, this is the epitome. This is the prime state of when 25th was at its height. And I can't say enough good things about this figure, even though we're talking like it's been, what, 6 years after the fact, 7 years after the fact? I don't even know anymore. But, I mean, you look at, so here's the original, right? And that's fine. This is awesome. But then here we go with the, again, the updated, and you know, they managed to, granted this one is a little bit, you know, there's more here than there is here, but I mean, look at that. They capture the essence of what they're going for almost one for one. I mean, you could argue that this guy's gun is bigger than this guy's, but I don't know, man. I think this is a more accurate depiction. This is, again though, but this is I'm just gonna let this go around here a couple times. This is a prime example of when the rubber hits the road. You knew exactly what the speed limit was and what was going to be tolerable. And again, do I recommend this guy? Here's the deal. His price, it's a bit up there, but you know what? What you pay for him is almost what you pay for him. Granted, he's a little bit more expensive, and that's okay, because he came in a 7-pack that ran you over, man, maybe it was $80 when it retailed for 7 figures, which at the time that was still a lot. That was still a lot. But keeping it in perspective, this guy here, he'll run you about $30 in this condition. This guy's in great condition. This guy will run you about the same though. And again, single carded, $2.99, $1986, $84, I don't even remember. This one again was part of a 7-pack that maybe cost you $80, $90, $100. I don't remember what it came out at. So I guess it's relative, but do I recommend this figure? Oh yeah, absolutely. If you don't have at least one to display, I would suggest just biting the bullet, or maybe trading up. I don't know. But whatever you can do to get your hands on one, I suggest you do it. Heck, even if you have the POC version, which is essentially a 1-for-1 for this guy, except he's in that kind of Cobra Crimson color. Yeah, I mean, even if you have to settle for one of those, I would say do it. But again, these two figures, again, this is one of the best vintage figures we ever got. Despite its wonky color scheme, one of the best 25th figures we ever got, despite its wonky color scheme. So yeah, so that's that. I really just wanted to do this video before I lose this guy, because this guy here, he's shipping out soon. My auction on him ends tomorrow, Sunday, May 28th. So yeah, so there's that. So I just wanted to get this video out while I had both in hand, just to do a side-by-side. And again, I think that this is one of the most solid figure offerings we've gotten out of the 25th line. I really, again, despite the color scheme, I suppose, it is one of the best figures we've gotten from the 25th line. Seriously, I mean, look at it. It's darn near a 1-for-1 for the vintage version. Seriously. And I would even say that it does some things maybe better than the vintage, but yeah, that's that. So I hope you guys found this video informative. If you like what you're seeing, please go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It's absolutely free. And till next time, I hope all you cats take care, and we will catch you on the flip side in the next video. Thanks a lot.